Chapter 6, Chiante Mountain, the living legend of Myeongdong's loan shark market. Born to a servant father during the Japanese occupation, he left for Seoul at 12, working any job he could find to make money. After Korea's liberation from Japan in 1945, he quickly bought up properties sold cheap by fleeing Japanese, amassing a fortune. He also acquired properties auctioned by the government after the Korean War. With his accumulated capital, he dove headfirst into the loan shark market, narrowly escaping death multiple times. Now, he was a wealthy man, said to have the greatest cash mobilization ability in South Korea. An iron fortress. The loan shark king who'd protected his wealth through the Third Republic's military coup, the Fifth Republic's subsequent coup, and even to this day, evading the blade of every regime. This was the home of the man even big company CEOs would wait hours to meet. You're here. Yes, grandfather. Ha ha ha, grandfather, it sounds nice. Though we've only met twice, it's like seeing Mi Suk. Sit down. Yes, I sat across from grandfather on the sofa. I heard the news. You ranked first in your school. Yes. Were you always good at studying? Otherwise, it doesn't make sense, does it? I quietly shook my head. No, sir. I think my tumultuous youth might have helped me a lot. Grandmother's collapse had a big impact. Ha ha ha. Tumultuous youth, I had a tough childhood too. Fighting, stealing, hiding, that's how I lived. What did you gain from your tumultuous period? Was it a meaningless time? The conversation continued, feeling nothing like a typical exchange between a grandfather and grandson. With each question, his gaze felt like a knife grazing my nape. I gained a friend, one I'll likely keep by my side until I die. Oh, a friend. You're still young. Young indeed. I met Chairman Cheon's penetrating gaze head on. From beggars on the street to the president in the blue house, isn't it all about people in the end? I believe the path one walks is determined by how many people they can truly trust and rely on. And I've made a friend I can entrust my back to any time. So you could say I've gained everything. Ha ha ha. Am I talking to my young grandson or a seasoned, cunning politician? My, oh my. Chairman Cheon's face bore a smile I'd never seen in my previous life. Is there something you want? The promised 2 years haven't passed yet. I'll tell you after the college entrance exam. Just please don't forget your promise to grant me anything. Alright, I've never broken a promise in my journey to get here. You should feel the weight of promises too. Chairman Cheon nodded, looking satisfied. Anyway, that's just a bet between you and me. I want to give a gift to my grandson who's come to his senses. What should it be? I didn't answer. Do you know what this grandfather of yours does? Why haven't you asked even once? Is that important? Whatever you do, it doesn't change the fact that you're my maternal grandfather, does it? Haha, I suppose you're right. Let's eat first. Ansung. Yes, Chairman. Is it ready? Yes. I followed Chairman Cheon as he rose and headed to the dining room. The table was set with 5 or 6 side dishes. Eat up. I'll enjoy the meal. I picked up my chopsticks as the old man Cheon did. Throughout the meal, not a single word was exchanged between us. Old man Cheon never talks while eating. Whether it's due to memories of growing up hungry or something else, I don't know, but it's a long-standing habit. After the meal, we returned to the living room. This grandfather wants to give his grandson a gift. I'll have to decide on my own since you say you don't want anything. Chief Ha, who had been waiting at a distance, rushed over at old man Cheon's call. You called, Chairman. What gift should I give my grandson? I'm not used to this, so I can't quite figure it out. Just give Mu Hyuk what he wants. He's not saying anything. Isn't that his way of saying he wants you to figure out what he needs? That's the kind of boy Mu Hyuk is, from what I've seen. What? Ha ha ha. So Chief Ha, you've seen something in Mu Hyuk too. The old man Cheon, who had been laughing and lost in thought, spoke up after a long while. Chief Ha, you have the Daehyun stock in your name, right? Was it 4%? Yes. Transfer that to the boy's name. Pay the proper taxes, and make sure there's no controversy about a gift to my grandson. Understood. Daehyun, a conglomerate that stood out even among the top 10 chaebols. Though it would later split into several companies after the founder's death due to his children's infighting, it was currently the undisputed number 1. Even after the split, it would still occupy the 2nd and 6th spots in the chaebol rankings. That's how massive the company was. This should be enough for a gift to my grandson. You might not understand now, but when you're older, you'll realize the weight of the Daehyun name. I know, I understand. It's not just about money, these aren't stocks you can simply buy. With 4%, beyond the monetary value, it could hold the deciding vote in future succession battles. It was an unexpected gift. Thank you. Can't you speak more casually? It's not comfortable yet. Maybe next time, when I'm more at ease. I deliberately let my words trail off. Despite having reason to feel hurt, Chairman Cheon unexpectedly nodded in agreement. I see. Stay in Seoul for a few days. If there's anywhere you want to go, tell Chief Ha. I'll let them know in Busan, so rest comfortably. Yes. Chief Ha guided me to the room where I'd be staying for now. It was the same room I'd lived in after entering university in my previous life, unchanged. Call if you need anything. Okay. As the door closed, I was left alone. Grandfather's smile and this extravagant gift, these were things that had never happened in my previous life. Daehyun stocks. I thought he might just throw some money at me, but to hand over Daehyun stocks, something of immeasurable value. He really is generous, isn't he? I wondered if I had ever really known Chairman Cheon. Life in Seoul was monotonous. I ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner with grandfather, and during the day, Chief Ha took me around for Seoul sightseeing. As if I were some country bumpkin. We visited department stores, buying watches, shoes, and clothes. For several days, Chief Ha did his best for me. The day before returning to Busan, it was the day to meet the Cheon-soo man and Cheon-soo-han brothers. Father, we're here. First, the eldest, Cheon-soo-han, entered with his wife Lee Soo-kyung, son Cheon-ji-soo, and daughter Cheon-ji-soo, the whole family. I can handle this, I can handle this. I kept repeating this mantra in my head, but the moment I saw Cheon-soo man's face, I nearly threw a punch without realizing it. Soon after, Cheon-soo-han's family arrived too, and Chairman Cheon's quiet mansion became bustling. Then, at mealtime, knowing old man Cheon's habit, the whole family ate quietly. Throughout the meal, the two brothers busily rolled their eyes, trying to size me up. When the tense meal ended and everyone gathered in the living room. Is this really Mi Suk's son? Yes. Is there a problem? No. Isn't this ridiculous? The child who left saying she didn't want to live as you dictated sends her son after 17 years, and you believe that? That's right. I agree with my brother. Where's Mi Suk, and why did she only send the child? Have you verified this properly? As the Cheon-soo man and Cheon-soo-han brothers desperately tried to deny me, I inwardly sneered. They used to be scary and unlikable people, but now they just seemed laughable. While I was internally scoffing, a thunderbolt struck the brothers. Mi Suk, you dare speak Mi Suk's name. You call yourselves her brothers, yet you never once tried to find out if she was dead or alive after she left home, and now you question if this is her real son. You ask where Mi Suk is. Chairman Cheon roared, his anger palpable. From that moment, the two began to stutter. That's because you said you only had 2 children, father. Bullshit, you must have been thrilled. Your youngest sister, born to hog all of father's love, disappeared. It's a wonder you didn't dance with joy. Since when did you two start listening to what I say? Did I ask where Mi Suk is? She's dead. She died 15 years ago, when this child was too young to even remember his mother's face. It's been 17 years. If you had wanted to find her, you could have easily done so in that time. Did you think I didn't know? Or did you know and choose not to tell me? Sweat began to bead on their foreheads. You probably didn't know she was already in her grave, but you asked where Mi Suk was and why I came alone. Whether you acknowledge him or not, he's my grandson. I don't need your permission. I called you here to at least familiarize yourselves with his face since you're his uncles, but seeing how you're acting, I don't think there's any benefit in having him associated with you. Father, that's not what we meant. Chairman Cheon turned away from his 2 sons, his face clearly upset. Mu Hyuk, go up to your room. Su-man and Su-han, bring your wives and follow me to the study. Tell the kids to go to their rooms. It had already been an uncomfortable gathering. Hearing the instruction to go to my room, I bowed without looking back. Yes, grandfather, I'll go up now, and it was nice meeting you, Uncle Su-man and Uncle Su-han. I hope we can meet with smiles next time. Goodbye for now. Saying words I didn't mean made my insides churn. Phew, only after entering the room did I let out a sigh. Thankfully, no one had noticed the murderous intent that flashed through me when I first saw the Su-man and Su-han brothers. I lay down on the bed, staring at the ceiling to sort out my complicated thoughts. That's when the door opened without a knock. Hey Tilda, still lying down, I turned my head towards the door to see Cheon Ji-soo, Cheon Su-man's eldest son, entering with a vile smile. Right, this bastard was here too. So your little aunt's son. And, your answers are short. You spoke briefly first. I'm 23, you're 17, right. Use honorifics. Don't want to. You crazy son of a. This guy's repertoire hasn't changed at all. I turned my head back to the ceiling and waved my hand dismissively. Hey, you're annoying. Can you just shut up and leave? It'd be great if you turned off the lights on your way out. Probably never having expected this kind of response, Cheon Ji-soo glared at me silently for a while. He's always been pampered by those around him, so this is probably the first time someone's spoken to him like this. While I was internally sneering, the troublemaker continued. You little bastard with no pedigree, how dare you? Hey, get up. Who told you to lie down in front of me? Not getting up. We're family, right, big bro? What? My pedigree is your pedigree. You should catch on quickly. Don't be both stupid and nasty, pick one. Hey, do you really have a death wish? He's really getting on my nerves. I sat up on the bed. What? Why? If you have something to say, say it quickly and go. I'm tired. I told you to use honorifics. This is your last warning. Yes, Tilda, please say what you have to say and leave, big brother. This lowly one will listen quietly. Quote ellipsis quote. If you have nothing to say, can this little brother go to sleep now, big brother? Ha ha ha, this is crazy. Hey, forget it, how much do you want? 100 million won, a billion, this isn't a place for someone like you. I struggled to hold back my laughter. Didn't he say the exact same thing before? Back then, I just stood there like an idiot, unable to say anything. Wow, is our big brother trying to give his little brother some pocket money? What, isn't 100 million just pocket change? Cheon Ji-soo let out a hollow laugh. This guy's really crazy. You might end up dead without anyone knowing. You must not understand because you're young, but fists come before the law. Don't ignore my warning. Yes. Is this because you grew up without parents? Your home education is a mess. Sigh, this is why you shouldn't talk to kids without parents. This bastard is crossing the line too. Was it grandmother who raised you? Or grandfather? Looking at you, I can guess the state of those old folks. I grabbed Cheon Ji-soo's collar and slammed him against the door. Yeah, I don't have parents, so I've got nothing to lose. Want to see what it's like to get beaten up by a kid without parents? Let go of me, you bastard.